Hello all, I am Palak Vadadia, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. Today we will discuss the topic that is while loop from unit number 2, that is Python decision making and loop. See, before that, in yesterday's video we have discussed the topic that is if, elif, else statement and nested if statement. Based on that, I have given you the one exercise. In that, you have to find the minimum of 3 numbers. So first we will write the code for that statement and then we will discuss the while loop. And we will write that code in a PyCharm. Now as we discuss here, we have to write a one code that find the minimum of 3 numbers. So here user will enter the 3 different number. So the first statement is what? Is a that equal to, I'm just taking float, you can take integer also, float, then input, and here enter the first number. Now take the another variable, that is I'm just taking b, again it's a float, and then it's a input, and then here you just write enter the second number, and then we have to take the another variable, that is I'm just taking it's a c, then c equal to float, and then input, and here you just write enter the third number. Now here I have to check some conditions. The first condition is what? If a is less than b, then if it is yes, then again I have to compare that number with c. So one condition I am writing, if a is less than c. See here, see carefully, I just use the nested if condition, if inside the if. Right? So here this indentation specifies that this is what? It's a if inside if. Now here if a is less than c, then we have to print, that is a is a minimum number. Right? Because a is less than b and a is also less than c. So our minimum number is what? It's a. Now, see, if this condition is not true, then I have to write one more condition, that is if b is less than a, then again I have to check this condition, that is if b is less than c. And if it is yes, then here print, that is b is a minimum number. Else, no need to write a condition for the c. Simply you just write a one statement, that is else what? That is print c is a minimum number. Alright, now let's execute this code. So here run, then our test file. Here just enter the first number. For example, I am just entering 1, second number is 2, and my third number is 3. Then definitely the minimum number is what? It's the 1. 1.0 is a minimum number. So let's see the execution of the code. Here we have entered the value of a, that is what? It's a 1. So first this condition is evaluated. Here 1. And we know that the b is what? It's a 2. So 1 is less than 2. Yes, this condition is true. So now the body of if will execute. So it will check the next condition, next if condition, that is if 1 is less than 3, because the C equal to what? It's a 3. Yes, this condition is also true. So it simply print A is a minimum number. Right? Now see here also the code goes to line number 8 also, and it will check कि B is less than A, 2 is less than 1. No, this condition is not true. So this whole body of if will not execute it. Alright, so nothing will print inside this if. So only the print statement is what? A is a minimum number. Now we just run the test, and here I am just entering A is 2, B is 1, and in this case C is 3. So our minimum number is what? It's a B. Here I am just writing the numbers, that is A equal to 2, B equal to 1, and C equal to 3. Now here let's check this condition, that is 2 is less than 1. No, that condition is not satisfied. So the body of this F will not execute it. Now it will check the next if condition. So here it is written 1 is less than 2. Then yes, this condition is satisfied. So the line number 9 is executed. That is what? 1 is less than 3. Yes, this condition is also satisfied. So simply it will print, that is B is a minimum number, and that is correct. Now we will evaluate the last case. What will happen if the C is the smallest number? I am just entering 3, 2 and 1. So our code is replying, that is 1 is the minimum number. Now let's see the execution. Here the value of A is 3, B is 2 and C is 1. Now the first condition, that is 3 is less than 2, no. So this body of if is not executed. Now here it will consider, that is 2 is less than 3. Yes, this condition is satisfied. So it will check the next condition, that is 2 is less than 1. No, that condition is not satisfied. So the body of this F is not executed. Now the body of else will execute it. That is what? Simply the C is what? It's a minimum number. Right? You can write this code using 3 different if statements. That is also the possible. Right? Now we will discuss, that is while loop. The syntax for the while loop is, that is while, test expression, then the body of while. See, in the while loop, the test expression is checked first. The body of loop is entered only if the test expression is evaluated to true. After the one iteration, the test expression is checked again. And this process continues until the test expression is evaluated to false. Now in Python, the body of while loop is determined through the indentation. See, in Python, whether it is a for loop, while loop, if loop, everything is identified with help of the indentation. Now the body of start with the indentation and the first unindented line marked as a AND. Now let's see the flowchart for the while loop. As we discussed, first the test expression is evaluated, and if it is a true, then the body of while. Again, the test expression is evaluated, and if it is a true, then again the body of while is executed. This process is continue until the test expression is evaluated as a false, and then it is exit from the loop. The program is, we have to add the first 5 numbers. Now first I am just taking n equal to 5 because I want to add the first 5 number. Then I am taking the another variable, that is I equal to 1, and I'm just initialize the sum that equal to 0. Now I'm using the one condition, that is while my I is less than or equal to n. So what I want to do, just I want to add sum that equal to sum plus I. Initially what will happen? The value of I is what? 1. So 1 is less than or equal to 5. So my sum is become what? It's a 0 plus 1. Now I just increase the value I, that is I equal to I plus 1. And then simply just I want to what? I want to print, that is sum is, and then the value of sum. Let's execute this. Now this is what? It's a 15, because the 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, that gives us the answer that equal to what? It's a 15. So let's see the execution of this code. See what will happen. First of all, the value of I is what? It's a 1. So definitely I is what? Is a less than or equal to n. So the sum is become what at this time? Sum that equal to, here the sum that equal to, that is 0 plus I. So initially it was what? It's a 1, and the value of I, that is what? I that equal to 2. Now again this condition is checked, that is 2 is less than or equal to n. Yes, that is true. So it simply adds sum plus I. So now 2 plus 1, that is 3, and the value of I is become 3. Now again this condition is true. So here 3 plus 3, it becomes 6, and here the value of I is become 4. Again this condition is true. So what will happen? 6 plus 4, that is 10, and the value of I is what? It's a 5. So again it will check this condition, and again it is true. So 10 plus 5, that is 15, and now the value of I is what? It's a 6. Now it will check this condition. No, this time the 6 is not less than or equal to 5. So now the while loop is not executed, it simply print the sum. Now the next is while loop with else. See, the else part is executed if the condition in the while loop evaluates to false. The while loop can determine with the break statement. In such cases, the else part is ignored. We will discuss the break statement in detail. Then now you just consider this small program here. See, first I want to explain the use of while and else. So first I just written one statement, that is while the counter is less than 3, and initially I have initialized the counter that equal to 0. So first it will check the condition, that is 0 is less than 3, then yes. So it print the inside loop. See here the inside loop is there. Now the counter value increased by the 1, so it will become what? It's a 1. So again it will check this condition, 1 is less than 3, then yes. Again see here inside loop. Now again 1 plus 1, that is become 2. Now again this condition is true, so here it's a inside loop. Now here, now 2 plus 1 is what? It's a 3. Now you just take this condition, 3 is less than 3. No, this condition is not satisfied. So the else part is executed, that is what? Inside else. See here, right? Now based on that, I give you some exercise, that is, first you have to write a code to find the factorial of any number. You know how to find the factorial. And the second is, take the integer input from the user until he or she presses the cube, and then find the average of all the numbers. And the third one is, find the cube root of a perfect cube. Answer of this all exercise we will discuss in our next session. Thank you.